What is up, guys? Ray's Gameplays here. Feels weird saying that new name, but I think it was worth it to change the name of this channel. I got something awesome for you. I just unlocked the Hurricane, and I was quickly losing faith in this game almost because I was just, I'm trying to give you guys the best ways to absolutely demolish this game, and the Vanquisher is outshining every single gun. So and of the guns I had. So I had to keep using the Vanquisher to give you the optimal builds that I could, to the best of my capability of what I had. I unlocked the Hurricane now, and I am so fucking glad I did, because this gun demolishes. And if you played Mass Effect 3, this isn't news to you, but it is good to see that it's carried over into this game, being an absolute demolisher. This is the first game I played with it. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is the second game. First game, the minute I unlocked it, I slapped it on the Asari Atom and went to town. Then I said, okay, I gotta do a freaking turbocharged Hurricane, because, it's paying homage to the old Mass Effect 3 multiplayer setup, where everyone that played the game, we fucking love to put the Hurricane on with Marksman, with the Turian Soldier, even that Quarian guy. It's just so goddamn awesome. But here is ridiculous, guys, because now we have basically turbocharge. Marksman's not in this game, but they've replaced it with turbocharge, and they put it on the human soldier. So you get concussive shot and turbocharge. So it's ridiculous. If you're using any kind of ammo type and you turbocharge, not marksman, you'll have this insane fire rate and precision and just a really good freaking Hurricane. And then on top of that, you can keep detonating with the concussive shots. Now, I don't know if I'm going to keep this build. I'm probably going to work around with it and see, but this was the first, I just got this gun and I said, okay, I'm going to respec the human soldier with my gut, how I think it would play well. And honestly, when I was thinking about this map in particular. So I thought, hey, I'll go for the concussive shot nade capacity so I can spam the shits whenever I want to. Because I had a feeling that, yeah, this guy's going to be able to prime enemies so fucking fast, obviously. Just look at how fucked up they're getting. Turbocharge and concussive shot, that means that you get to keep on spamming this gun, which is incredible. And on top of that, you're going to be detonating with your concussive shot. It's ridiculous. And guess what, guys? This is Disruptor Ammo level 1 in this gameplay. So I don't even want to, think about Disruptor Ammo level 2 and 3. Second point I'll make. This is against the freaking Merc group. And as you all know, the Merc group is beast when it comes to armor. They're all about armor. They're not, they're not super shield heavy. Most of the people you will fight on this team will have insane armor. The other two enemies, Ket and Remnant, they have tons and tons of shields that you got to whittle through. So what does that mean? Well, I'm doing this much work with the Disruptor rounds level 1 with this setup. So I'm just thinking, if I had incendiaries on, how insane would it have been? You wouldn't be able to detonate as easy, because it seems in this game that the Disruptor rounds are better for casting classes that need something that can detonate. So yeah, you would have had a harder time detonating if you were using incendiary rounds, if I was using incendiary rounds in this gameplay. But just look at the onslaught of tech burst after tech burst, in addition to just the marksman. So I mean, yeah, I would like to try this again with incendiary rounds and see how it goes. And the other great thing is I got to stop fucking nade spamming, because if you see the Turian soldier video and the other humans, the Turian sniper soldier and the human sniper soldier video, human sniper soldier video is recorded, I haven't released it yet, but the Turian sniper soldier is out. But in general, I have been farming with the human soldier and just spamming these grenades, which is a lot of fun. But on this class, this is I would definitely recommend going more for concussive shot. As I predicted, when you are using a fast-firing gun, with disruptor rounds, concussive shot's going to be amazing on this character, because you can just keep detonating. It's ridiculous. I mean, I know concussive shot, even at the highest rank, will not hit as hard as one of those grenades at rank 1, but it's the detonation that you got to think about, guys. That's what makes it really, really good. This game is going to be tech combo after tech combo. It's going to be insane. Now, how would I compare? Now, I haven't uploaded yet the human soldier sniper build, and I may upload at the same time I upload this gameplay, which then you guys can kind of give me your opinion. What's better, the Vanquisher human soldier or the Hurricane human soldier? I really want to just believe that the Hurricane one is better, because I'm so sick of using the Vanquisher. And it doesn't even really matter at this point, because look at the carnage you can do with it. Even if it's not better than the Vanquisher, it's fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's still going to do ridiculously good. This is so much fun, guys. My only worry is, now that I've unlocked this, it sounds like such a fucking, like, what do you call it? A first world problem to say this, but it's like, now that I've unlocked the Hurricane, am I ever going to fuck with the Revenant? I hope the Revenant is better in some way than this gun. Another big mistake that I made in this gameplay is I didn't put the ammo capacity on. I'm so used to just throwing Jug Shield on because I've never needed the ammo capacity on. But it looks like that'll be very useful, even though you should be running to the boxes anyways to get the concussives and the nades. And again, I don't know if I'm going to end up on this build. I may end up not making concussive shot a nade. I may end up making it so that I just have a recharge time on it. I haven't really made up my mind yet. But what I did like about it is the fact that if you keep the nades at rank 1, you're still getting 1,000 damage a pop on them, and they still have a pretty huge radius. They're still very good, but the only problem is you don't have a big capacity on them. So if I was to take concussive shot and say, hey, I'm going to turn this into a capacity gear, then a capacity power. You know, I take that evolution of concussive shot to make it so that, you know, you use a nade when you use a concussive shot, essentially. Then that gives me a good reason to use the nade capacity gear. You see what I'm saying? So that would buff the nades and the concussive shot. Because while one grenade's not that good, having a couple of them at rank 1 is really good. One guy actually commented on one of my videos, because he knows how much I love these nades, that a good idea might be, because I fully maxed out the nades in that video. I think it was it's either Solarian Infiltrator or the, no, I think it may have been the Turn Infiltrator. I don't know, one of the characters that has the nades on it. He said, just keep the nades at low level and, you know, put more into your health and shields, which is one way to do it, and then just take a big nade capacity if you want to. Debatable at all. Again, guys, honestly, nades are as good as the map you are playing, because if the map is a good nade, just like Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, it's the same exact thing. I mean, it's a little bit different, but basically the same in that there are some maps where nades are godly, and some, like, this is going to be ridiculous right here. Just look at these non-stop, it's going to be insanity. Look at this, guys. This is ridiculous. I'm so glad I unlocked this gun. Now, what was I saying? Yes, there's some maps where the nades are going to be amazing, and they're going to be totally worth the points you put into them, and there's some maps where it's not going to be so good. You know what I'm saying? Now, if some kind of nade capacity gear comes out where Jug Shield goes, then they will be incredible on any map. But just look at this, guys. Look at this insane destruction. I mean, and I'm using Disrupt Rounds rank 1. I don't even have a pistol rail lamp on, okay? I use nade capacity and Disruptor Rounds rank 1 because I'm a cheap bastard. I don't have good gear yet. And fuck, man, it just is demolishing. It's ridiculous. And here, the game's going to have some trouble keeping up with how fast these kills are. It's going to start, like, just crapping out a little bit. I think it's when this, you know what it is, and I've seen this before in PC games. When the fog comes, the game just starts lagging. It's weird. But even here right now, I'm getting that weird lag. And this was happening while I was playing. It's not even the recording. When I was playing, that was happening. I don't know if the game could handle, like, the fire rate of this gun. The Xbox couldn't handle it or something. But yeah, man, just look at this ridiculousness. It's just so goddamn good. So yeah, I am really happy because everybody and their mother has been bitching about the Vanquisher, and with good reason, because it's the only good fucking gun. And so, like, we're happy that we have a good gun, but at the same time, we don't want to just be playing Mass Effect 3 and sniping 24/7. We want to use other guns. That's just how it works, guys. Sorry, devs. I mean, we want to use multiple different guns. And they really delivered, because this is rank 1 on the Hurricane, and it's amazing. So, if you know, I can't even imagine it's going to rank 10. It's going to be insane, but you get my point. I mean, I'm very happy. I'm very happy, because if this... At least I have it now. Now, I feel bad for people that don't have this gun, and I hope that at least the Revenant is on par, you know, in the ballpark of how good this gun is. Because then you could still have a lot of fun doing something like this. And there are other, you know, gold assault rifles and shit, but, I mean, do I think they'll be as good as this? Probably not. The next gun that I really, really want to get is the Piranha. That'll be ridiculous when I get that gun, but... I'm very happy because now I have a good close-range demolishing gun. On this class, you can use it from far, as you can see. Now, I put the scope on, and I took every single accuracy option in this build because, and obviously I wouldn't really need that just because this is such a close-range map, but on the far-range maps, you might kind of want that. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy doesn't have a weight. This guy's not actually very good at being a close-range character too much because he has no way to get his shield back. You know, he's just kind of, how fast you can kill the enemies is pretty much going to be your survivability with this class. And using your dodges a lot will help you a lot. That's the great thing about this game, is you got such good mobility that it's going to help you stay alive a lot. But yeah, man, it was a lot of fun doing this on the Asari Atom too. It was funny because here I'm going to get kind of in a shitty spot. I'm going to get really stuck. They're going to really surround me. The base level minions will just fuck you up in this game. It's the same thing in Mass Effect 3 to an extent. Like, they put out good DPS. I'm going to have to off-pack, I think. I don't think I did. No, I did not pack. I just managed to get out of there. But I might get dropped here or something. Yeah. See how much damage they do. I do think it's bullshit what they've done with those snipers now. They've buffed the enemy team's snipers on the Merc group. And it's just kind of a really kind of cheap, stupid buff to the enemies because there's no defense against it. You know, if this sniper asshole is sitting on the ass end of the map and you're out there having fun and, you know, killing enemies, and he shoots you from across the map, like, what could you have done differently? Well, you could have been sitting in cover, I guess, and that's not fucking fun. So it's just kind of a very cheap, stupid buff to this enemy, to be honest. It didn't take... I think it's not the right way. If they wanted to make this team more difficult, that's not the right way to do it, in my opinion. Because it's just a cheap, stupid thing to do. Because there's no defense against getting sniped from across the fucking map. You know, and now they've made it so it happens even faster. So it just makes me want to play Vanguards even more when they add shit like that to the game. Because... he don't give a fuck. You know, if there's some guy sniping across the map, he's just going to charge in, get his shield back, and use his dodges to be very survivable. So, yeah, very dumb buff to the enemies, in my opinion. What I will say is, in regards to why they even wanted to buff the mercenary group, here we're going to do very bad on this objective, actually. We took it, well, in a way we did it good, because we decided we're all going to sit in the same exact one. We're going to take it one at a time, because... for whatever reason, we just thought that would be better. And again, this is my first time kind of using this gun, so I didn't want to go too crazy yet. Here I'm going to spam the nades. They're still hitting pretty hard because, you know, like I said, at rank 1, they do a shitload of damage anyways. It's just you get a little more radius, a little more armor damage as you buff them up, if you so choose. So yeah, what was I saying about this enemy? So now, they wanted to buff this enemy, the Merc group, because they knew everybody is fighting against them. Everyone loves to fight against them, and they thought they were a little bit easy. But in my opinion, you know, it's like, this was the most fun enemy type for me to play against. That's why I like to play against them the most, because they're the most fun. You know, it's the same thing in Mass Effect 3. In Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, I would say that probably Reapers were the easiest by the end of that game. They were easier than Geth and Cerberus for sure, I would say, on gold, you know. And Collectors for sure, much easier than Collectors. They were probably the easiest enemy in that game. But everyone still loved to play Cerberus. I would say that most games were still played against Cerberus, even though, and I don't have the stats to back this up, but I would imagine that most people played games against Cerberus than they did against Reapers. And what was the reason? Well, Cerberus was kind of the most fun to play against for some reason. To most people. Now, I'm not speaking for everybody here, but I think for most people, Cerberus was a lot of fun to fight against, whereas Reapers wasn't as fun. Even though Reapers was easier, people loved to fight against Cerberus. So I think that's maybe what's happening here, because everyone loves to fight against the Merc group, and I think they will even now that they've been buffed, just because they're the funnest to fight against. It's that simple. And I'm sure that the devs are aware of that. They're not stupid, guys. They know that, you know, people are enjoying fighting this enemy the most. It's not just that they seem a little bit easier than the other two enemies. The other thing you got to keep in mind is there's a lot of nuances to these enemy teams. So when you like to play against the enemy team, you start learning the nuances to that enemy team, how to play against them more effectively, and then suddenly you're better at fighting that team. So there's also that in play. You see what I'm saying? So I enjoy playing against the Merc group, so I fight against them more, so I learn all the little tricks against them, and then suddenly I'm better at them, fighting them, and suddenly it looks like they're easier. I don't think so. You know what I mean? It's just that I enjoyed playing against them, so I learned how to fight them better sooner than I would against Remnant and sooner than I would against Ket. That's also going on here. That's also at play. Anyways, enough talking about that shit. I should make a video discussing the kind of stupid patch that came out. But in the meantime, let's just get back on this gun. And here we're going to do very poor on that objective, but hey, we got it done. Just shredding the enemies. Against now going toe-to-toe with the Vanquisher, I'm not in a position yet to say, you know, if it's on par, if this is something, a credible Vanquisher killer. But what I will say is, like I said in the beginning of the video, this gun has a job, and the Vanquisher has a job now. Vanquisher is the ranged monster, and this gun is the, you know, close range monster / ammo applier. You know what I'm saying? This gun, the Vanquisher, is not going to apply ammo effects for you anywhere in the ballpark of as good as this gun can. So this gun has a job now. You know what I'm saying? Here's a gun that there's a credible reason why you would pick this gun over the Vanquisher. And a lot of you might be saying, well, hey, isn't the big reason that that's a sniper rifle? So that's, you know, that's for long range, this is for close range. Well, to an extent. The thing is that in Mass Effect games, it's very easy to kind of quickscope and run and gun with a sniper. It's not a hard gun to use, close range, medium range, far range, as I've said in many other videos. So, you know, it does. I wouldn't even say that's the strongest thing that gives you a reason to use this gun over that, because you can run and gun and use the Vanquisher close range very effectively. What I think that this gun is bringing to the table is the awesome application of ammo. Just look at the combos you can pull off with this gun because it's applying the ammo effects. Could you get anywhere near this kind of results trying to apply ammo with the Vanquisher? Hell fucking no. You see what I'm saying? So that's a massive, and I know the combos aren't that good in this game, but they're hitting hard here. And you got to remember, concussive shot hits pretty hard too, so you got to factor that damage in too. Anyways, guys. Lots of fucking fun. This is the first time I tried. This is my second gameplay with the Hurricane. Like I said, first one was with the Asari. Just look how fast I'm going to drop this Hydra. I would say I drop the Hydras much faster with the Vanquisher than I do with this gun. I made a kind of controversial decision too, in that on the last evolution of this guy's passives, and again, I don't know if I'm going to keep this build. I'm probably going to change this build 100% at some point, but this was just kind of my initial, let me put together a human soldier setup to just destroy with the Hurricane. And I'll have a Hurricane human soldier build coming out soon, or Hurricane Turian soldier, but more than likely, you know, this is going to be way better on the human soldier than the Turian, because this guy gets concussive shots, so he can keep detonating. So I mean, he's going to be the best with the Hurricane, much better than the Turian. Even though the Turian's tankier, the combos, just look at how awesome these combos are. It's just ridiculous. So this guy's going to be a better Hurricane user in my opinion, which is different, because in Mass Effect 3, obviously, the Turian soldier was the king of freaking, what do you call it, the Hurricane. So what was I telling you guys? Here, you know, again, I put the scope on it, actually. Oh, yeah, so I didn't take the debuff evolution on his passives. I actually went for the more weak point damage / more accuracy. Why did I do that? Well, because the Hurricane's not that good at ranged, and you know, this isn't going to be the only map you're playing, hopefully. In this map, you know, you don't need the accuracy boosts because you can be very point blank and close range with the enemies. This is almost becoming the Fire-Based Glacier of this game. You know what I mean? Because Fire-Based Glacier was the speed runny kind of map. I would say this map is pretty much the Fire-Based Glacier of Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. So yeah, what was I saying? I was basically trying to tell you guys, I think that's about it. I mean, yeah, guys, I'm very happy to have a Hurricane now, obviously, and I think you guys will be too once you get it, obviously, because it's going to give you a reason to not use the Vanquisher, which everyone will be welcome. Oh, so what I was saying is, I didn't take the debuff evolution. I went for the headshot and accuracy, because you need the accuracy on some maps. Anyways, guys, be sure to rate, like, comment, subscribe, discuss below if you have the Hurricane, if you are pissed off because you don't have the Hurricane, and are there better guns. All right, have a good day.